And in the US, we have about 3,400 or so companies in which you can buy ownership. And those are the phenomenally large, successful companies in the world. And that's why the US market is so dominant. And when you look at the rest of the world, you have about 10,000 other companies in which you can buy ownership. And that, it's the question is, to your point, is like, is it worth putting money in these companies abroad when we have so many successful ones at home? And the first
Mhm.
answer before I get to data is simply look at the intuition of things. And take an industry like cars. If you say, I want to just buy American companies and the US market, well, at that point, you would certainly own great companies, great shops like GM, Ford, Tesla, which is great. Absolutely, we want to own a piece of these great American companies. At the same time, if you look in Winter Park, if you look all over the country, you're going to see some BMWs, some Mercedes, some Porsche VWs, and those brands are owned by German companies that trade in Germany. Even great American companies like Jeep and Chrysler, those brands are owned by an Italian company, Stellantis, that trades in Milan. That's international investing.
Mhm.
We're all familiar with the Japanese car companies, the Hondas, the Toyotas. Ironically, David, great British brands, Land Rover and Jaguar, they are now owned by an Indian company. My kids drive Volvos, and that brand is owned by a Chinese company. BYD is the largest maker of electric vehicles. You have the Korean shops that are kind of making inroads.
Mhm.
So ultimately, the question is, yes, absolutely, let's own Ford and GM. At the same time, why not consider BMW, Toyota, or Jeep for that matter? Because that's what international investing basically means.